Hi, this is Joanne Meyer. Today I will show you how to transform this baseball cap into a beautiful bird. Place the cap on a support that will help keep the rounded shape of the head. I decided to use a styrofoam head that I protected with plastic wrap. You could also pack a towel in a plastic bag and put it inside the cap. If necessary, start by painting the cap in the color of your choice. I was asked to make this project as an accessory for a show, and the bird had to be green. Since I wasn't able to find a cap of the right color, I painted my cap with diluted green acrylic paint. When I started to paint the cap, I was not quite sure if I was going to use the visor or not, and that's why I painted it green as well. I diluted the acrylic paint so that the cap would not become too rigid. Let the paint dry completely. For this project you will need sheets of foam to create the wings, the tail and the beak. I chose to create the beak with yellow foam while I made the wings and tail from green foam. Draw the pattern of the beak twice on the foam sheet. Use a ballpoint pen to draw both sides of the beak and then cut out the beak. Glue the two parts of the beak together with a glue gun. Just glue the edges of the beak together because you need to be able to fill it later to give some volume. When the glue has cooled down, draw a line down the middle of either side of the beak. As I could see better what I was going to do at this point of the project, I decided to cut away most of the visor. I kept a piece in the middle that will help keep the beak in place. The material used for the visor is sometimes very thick, so arm yourself with a good pair of scissors and patience, or ask a strong hand to help you cut. Fill the beak with tissue paper or paper towel, but leave the space to be able to insert the tip of the cap into the beak. Now that you have finished the beak, draw the tail twice on the green foam and cut out the two copies. Place the two parts of the tail side by side and cut 3 pieces of stem wire. Place 2 wires lengthwise on each side of the tail and also one in the middle. The wires have to be a little bit shorter than the tail. The stem wires will allow you to give the tail the desired shape. Glue the stem wires in place with a glue gun. Finally, glue the other part of the tail over the first so that the wires are hidden between the 2 layers of foam. Trace 4 times the pattern of the wings and cut them out. Like for the tail, cut pieces of stem wire. You need 2 pieces of wire for each wing. Glue the wires in place and then place the second layer of foam on top to hide the wires between the 2 layers. Do the same for the other wing. As you can see, painting the fabric with acrylic paint does not guarantee a uniform color. To hide imperfections and also to make it look like feathers, I used a deerfoot brush. I added white paint with a little green paint all around the cap, the wings and the tail. It takes time to cover everything, but fortunately it dries very fast. Now that everything is painted, it's time to put everything together. To glue the beak in place, first put hot glue on the tip of the cap and insert the tip into the beak. Then put hot glue on each side of the beak to attach it to the cap. Only the top part of the beak will be glued to the cap. The lower part extends under the edge of the cap. Hold the beak against the cap until the hot glue has cooled down. Now glue the tail at the back of the cap. Fold the base of the tail to be able to attach it to the cap. Glue the part you folded to the back of the cap. Hold together until the hot glue has cooled down. Now you have to glue the wings on either side of the cap. Thanks to the stem wires that you put between the layers of foam, you can give them the curve you want. Glue the front of each ring on the cap. For the eyes, cut 2 large white circles from Bristol board and 2 smaller black circles. Glue the black circles on the white circles with white glue and let dry. Put a dot of white paint with the back of a brush on each black circle. Glue the eyes in place with the glue gun on either side of the beak. And now your bird cap is finished. This project can serve as a disguise for Carnival, Halloween, or just for fun. To print the document with the step-by-step instructions and patterns, click on the link below the video. Hi, this is Joël Meyer. Today I will show you how to transform this baseball cap into something like that.